Gosh, I'm way past time. All right, we just I'm going to close with two comments here. Well, here, I'll just go to this. I'll get the rest of this in later. Here's my best case scenario, and then we'll just adjust. We got started a few minutes late, so I'll figure that out, and we'll get out 15 minutes later. And if you got a closing at 11:50, get out of here. We need you to make money, all right? So don't wait around. Best case scenario is this. Favorable corporate earnings in the fourth quarter of 2009 caused the stock prices to rise about 6 months ahead of that. I'm hoping, anticipating that the stock market will start to move this summer 6 months ahead of favorable fourth quarter earnings. Consumer confidence goes up with that. House prices and home volume will continue to fall because the foreclosure pressure is still too heavy to turn that around yet. But rising consumer confidence will lead to higher profits, and employment will stabilize by next summer, which is now. I put this slide together in October, next summer. That's my best case scenario. 3 months ago, I had this at 80 or 90% probability, and I didn't even show the worst case scenario because it's such a low probability. Well, now I put this down to 50% probability. I'm still holding on. And the complaints I'm getting from people, or criticism I'm getting from people, is they'll come up to me and go, I agree with everything you said, except your best case scenario isn't going to happen, period. Okay? And these are the people that I can tell know what they're talking about the financial system. These are the people that know what credit default swaps are and what they mean and all the rest of the guts of the financial system. They'll come up to me, people like GE Capital and other places like that, they'll say, you're right on what you're talking about here, but your best case scenario isn't going to happen, period. I don't believe it. I still think it might. If it doesn't, here's the worst case scenario, that we don't get any effective fiscal package passed. So we got one. It's effective enough. All they're doing here, you want to know how this works? You just print money and give it to people and make them spend it. That's all it is. Your president's in office, we give it to your friends. My president's in office, we give it to my friends. That's how it works. That's called fiscal stimulus. It's just printing money to give it to people and then begging them to spend it. The Treasury, so I think it's effective from that standpoint. We're printing it and giving it away. Now, the worst thing I have is those scallywags save it again. See, they need to give that out in a gift card. It's like, hey dude, don't pull that on me again. That Chinese Economic Recovery Act we had last year, where we gave everybody $600, you went to Walmart and bought a TV and all that money went to China, but 85% of you didn't even do that, you saved it. See, that didn't work. We're going to be sure this time it's in the form of a gift card that expires in 30 days. The worst case scenario is that bad banks and bad businesses get propped up. We're not doing that because we learned from Japan, right? Not. Price discovery for mortgages, Henry Paulson couldn't get it done. I don't know if Geithner can get it done either. We're going to see here in a week or so. Political indecision leads to threats in the future. Here's the worst thing that the president could say is, I'm going to do all those things I told you about in my campaign, but the economy's kind of weak, so I'm not going to do that this year. I'm going to do it next year. And then we have another year of business people doing the same thing they've been doing this past year, which is nothing. You'd be better off to say, I'm taking your money now. I'm going to raise your income tax, I'm going to nationalize you, I'm going to raise the cap gains on all you investors, and I'm going to nationalize you healthcare people, and I'm going to windfall profit you oil and gas people, and I'm going to do it now. Because at that point, the Black Knight in Monty Python, you cut the arms off, you cut the legs off, but American people are strong. They'll fight once they know what the rules are. The government has got to stop changing the rules, because as long as the rules are uncertain, you can't do anything to invest. So anyhow, let's get started with what we're doing here, which is talking to smart people about Houston commercial real estate.